So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to change the light bulb on the power window switch and door lock. On the driver's side, they all work perfectly fine, but on the passenger side, there's no light. And I'll be showing you guys how to remove the switch and change the bulbs out so you can have lighting on your passenger side switches. Alright, so first step is to obviously remove the door panel. And for this switch, you don't gotta remove all of this. What you gotta do is, there's this tab that you pull up right here, and then on the opposite side, it's pretty blind that you can't see, but you gotta get a pick. Now I already moved the switch, but right here, what you gotta do is pull this down. So you pull this down, and then you pull on the switch. So while you're pulling this down, you pull this side out. So then this tab right here will be free. But then this tab right here will still be connected. So you pull on this up, and then what I did was, instead of pulling it like this, I went around and pulled on the switch from here. And then you just gotta keep on wiggling it while pushing it from here, and managed to get this out. And then for the locking lock switch, pretty much easy. You just pull that tab right there and pull the connector out. Alright, so first switch I'll be doing is the power window switch, and first step is to remove the button. Gotta go on, maybe use a pick on each side. I'll probably use a screwdriver actually. So once you see it's popped up like that, just gotta hold it, go on the opposite side. Okay. Just hold it. I'll use a pick. All right. That side's popped up. Alright, so that's out. Now, get a screwdriver. There's two tabs, opposite sides. I'm gonna have to pull down. Now on this side. Alright, there you go. And there's the light that we'll be changing out. But before I change that out, I'm actually going to go ahead and pop open this cover and see if the contacts need to be cleaned. I mean, this switch was working perfectly fine, so I don't think they need to be cleaned out very much, but you know, since I'm already here, I might as well. And yeah, they do look like they need to be cleaned out. They're not that bad, but might as well just clean them. Piece of towel. wrap it around. Tiny little screwdriver. CRC electric cleaner. Go ahead. Just rub it around. Look at that. Alright, well that looks good to me. I'll go ahead and clean out these. You can see the bottom, kind of dirty. Now it's clean. Alright, so it's time to replace the bulbs. The bulbs I'll be going with are from carradiobulbs.com. These are the exact same bulbs that are on the door lock switch. I actually went ahead and took apart the door lock switch and compared the bulbs, and they do seem to be the exact same. So no need to worry about this possibly not being the right bulb. But as you can see, the bulb is soldered on in those two spots. So just get your iron. You're gonna wanna melt those solders off. Alright, so I managed to get one side out. What I did was, right where the lead goes into, you leave it on, and then you just wiggle it around right until it melts. So what I did was, while I had the solder on it, I just pushed it to the left, and it caused the entire right side to come out. Now I'll try to do this on the I mean, it won't be really that easy to show you guys. But while you have it on the solder, you just try to wiggle it out. And you can, dang it, had some of it come out. There we go. So there's the bulb. So I got the new bulb. Since the leads are pretty long, I went ahead and cut them about the same size as the old ones. So you can see I also bent the leads to about the same shape the old one was, because the bulb sits up on this. The bulb sits on this, so it kind of has to be shaped like that for it to go in. Now I'm going to go ahead and heat this up and try to install the bulb. Alright, so it took a while, but I was able to get one part in. What I end up doing is having this side pop out like that, and then heat up the solder, and in the middle there's a hole. So once you heat up the solder and have it all melted, you gotta stick in the lead into that hole. I'm not sure how you can see that little hole. So you gotta stick it in there before the solder hardens up. And I'm gonna do that to this one right here, but it takes a while for it to melt, and then it just hardens up in a blink of an eye. So you gotta be pretty quick. All right, so this was pretty difficult to do, but my solution was to just get solder and melt the solder and have the solder hold on to the leads. I couldn't really get them on that well. You kind of need like 3 or 4 hands to do this, but I just got some of this. I just melted it and just have that holding on the bulb. It's on there pretty tight, doesn't move. Now I'm just gonna put on the cap, maybe clean this out a little bit more, and then reinstall it and see if everything works. So I got the blue cap. Just slide it on. You want it to go in all the way. All right, that's on. Now you get the little rockers. You want them M shaped. Doesn't matter which way they go. This doesn't matter which way it goes. Just make sure that you have this gray plastic part going straight down. Seems like the bulb's a little bit in the way. All right, so the way the cover goes is you look inside. There's that circle part that pokes out. You want that facing here, so you don't want that to be on the bulb, crushing it. All right, there you go. And then you guys get the switch. I really just don't know how, which direction is which. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and install it on the car, and then with a screwdriver or something, or with my fingers, I'm gonna just push down and see which is which. All right, so got the switch on. Problem was when I go to install switch, the window just wouldn't work. So what I figured out was, what I realized was I didn't have the driver's side switch connected. That driver's side switch sends power over to the passenger side. So if you want to test out your passenger side switch, you will need to connect the driver's side because that sends power directly to this switch. So now with the switch installed, I figured out which way is up and which way is down. I'm not sure if you can guys see, but that lights up, and I'll be showing you guys how it looks like at night. But now I'm gonna go ahead and do the light bulb on the lock switch. So it's time to do the lock switch. Obviously, take off the rocker, and then now there are these tabs they gotta press in. One right there, and then two back there. You really just gotta press in this one. You gotta push it in. You push it in, and then you lift up. So this backing comes off. Not really quite sure what this is. I'm assuming it's like an epoxy, so no moisture or anything gets in. So you just push up. There you go. And there's the light bulb. This one solders on the back, so it's pretty easy to remove. But I'm gonna go ahead and pop open this and see if it needs to be cleaned, which I doubt it does, since it's a passenger side lock. And how often is your passenger locking the door? But yeah, look at that. That looks brand new. I'm gonna pop this back on. So I'm gonna get the solder, melt these off, and then install the new bulb. So the way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna melt this one first, and while I'm melting it, have this bulb push out this way. So I'm gonna be pulling on this bulb like that while melting the solder. So when it does melt, I'm able to get this lead out, and then melt this one, and then go the other way, and it'll cause the entire bulb to come right out. So I got something holding it, because it's kind of hard to do this with two hands. All right, got that one out. Come on. All right, there you go. Got both the leads out. I'm gonna go ahead. Since the new one has pretty long leads, just try to cut them to about the exact same size as this one, and then try to reinstall. So there are these two little holes, that one and that one. That's where you want to install the leads. So when you're melting the solder on the back, you want to make sure that one of the leads is in that hole, so it'll go straight through when the solder is melted. So finally got the bulb on. This took a pretty long time, actually. Made a big mess, but managed to get it on. You're probably better off having the leads be long, so then you can have them so it'd be easier to install them, and then you just have to go back and forth, melting this one, installing it, and then melting this part, and then going just back and forth until it bottoms out. Because with the leaves cut short, it was pretty hard to align them into that little hole, but I managed to do it. So now I'm just gonna put it all back, and then go and see if it lights up and still works. So now get your little blue cap, install it. All right. Kind of just have this, push it down. Looks good. Get the cover. All right, that's good. Not sure what this is, but let's try to press it back on. All right, that's good. Now I'm just gonna go test it out without putting this back on, just in case there's something wrong. I'm just gonna go ahead and install it like this. Got it back on the car, turned on the lights, and look at that. Works perfect. Locks and unlocks perfectly. And I'm just gonna install this now. You just line it up and then just press down on it. There we go. Make sure it's all the way down and just test it. Yep. It's on. I'll be showing you guys how it looks like at night. This piece just keeps on falling off, so what I'm gonna do is probably get some glue and try to just glue it back on, or some tape. Not really sure what I'm gonna use, but I'm still gonna put this back on. And I'm gonna show you guys how it looks like at night. All right, so got a problem. Went to check how the lights look, and they came out as orange instead of the white, greenish white, or whatever color they should be. I'm assuming it's because of the cap, the blue cap that are on the new bulbs instead of the. I noticed that the old bulbs had a dark blue cap, and the new ones have a light blue cap. So I'm assuming the light blue cap is what made it look orange instead of white. And so I'm gonna go ahead and take apart the switches and remove the light blue cap and reinstall the old dark blue cap and see how they look like at night. So as you can see, the new bulb cap is light and this one is dark. So I'm assuming that because this one is light, it's causing it to look orange rather than white, or whatever the color should be. So I just got a pick, and I just got it under the cap. You just want to basically just peel it right off. and we can see that difference. To just reinstall the old bulb, the old cap, onto the new bulb. Basically just squeeze it down. That looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna go reinstall and then check at night. So there we go. Here are the lights at night. I don't even remember a time where these lights were ever on. In the 5 years I have owned this car, I don't think these lights have ever been on before. So it's really nice to see them on for the first time. And yeah, so yeah, if your bulbs come with that light blue cap, change them out for the dark blue cap that came originally with the bulbs, and they should be lighting up correctly. I'll be leaving the link to the bulbs down in the description. On the website, it states that the bulbs are for the lock switch, but the window switch and lock switch bulbs are exactly the same, so you should be fine. Just make sure to order as many as you need. My driver's side lock switch also went out as I was changing out the passenger side, so I went ahead and ordered some more, and I got this one changed out. So just order as many as you're gonna need. I ended up ordering just one more extra in case my my driver's side window switch goes out. Then I'll have an extra one to change. I mean, this phone doesn't really show it too well, but you just have to do it yourself. And I mean, yeah, it's pretty easy to change out, other than those two little holes that you gotta really put the leads through. That was pretty difficult to do, but other than that, it's simple. If you guys have any tips on removing the switches, especially removing the rocker part, because that's kind of a scary part, because it might break. Just let me know down in the description. If you want to DM me, I have my Instagram in my description as well. Or if you want to leave any tips, just put them down in the comments section. This should work for every single style lock switch and window switch that's in this style. So it should work on the Impalas and also on the vans, the express vans. If you have the exact same, if the buttons look the same, then internally they should be exactly the same. They should use the exact same bulb. So if you ever need to change out the bulb on that, you already know exactly where to get one. So yeah, you guys leave anything down in the description, and see you guys soon. See ya.